Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Algorand is definitely seeing some pretty good growth, and also it looks like it's probably oversold. So let's get into it. From Finbold, Algorand adds over 6 million new accounts in 2022. That's a pretty decent amount, but I would have done the title a little bit differently. Algorand adds over 6 million new accounts in 2022. That sounds okay, but how about a title like this? Algorand adds over 6 million new accounts in quarter one. Or how about Algorand adds 6 million new accounts in just 3 months? That's 2 million accounts per month. That's pretty good. This title makes it sound like it's through the entire year, even though 2022 is not over, but it would have sounded better if they said 6 million accounts in quarter one or in just the first 3 months. But let's read this. Since the beginning of 2022, the Algorand blockchain has added more than 6 million new accounts to its network. That is growth. That's 6 million points of liquidity. The total number of accounts on Algorand at the turn of the year was 17,373,299. Wow, that's a lot of accounts. While at press time, by March 10th, 2022, this number was 23,548,065, according to the Algo Explorer data. That's a 35% increase since just the beginning of this year. Nice little chart going here from 17 million all the way up to that almost 24 million. Through a series of fortunate events, well, no, not fortunate events, it was planning. All these things had to take place. Everything looks like it was foresight. All the pieces are puzzles put together. You've got the bridges, you've got the London Bridge, you've got state proof, you've got all these things going on that work together to form Algorand's future, and all these puzzle pieces have to fit together, and they do. One of the reasons for such a massive growth of interest for Algo could be the major technical upgrade to the network that will allow Algorand-based products to operate on other blockchains. Yes, I like it. Imagine, I don't know if you're a Xbox or a PlayStation or a PC Master Race fan, but imagine if someone came out with a console that could do everything that all three of them did. Do you think the market would take notice? Do you think retail would take notice? Us? We would go out and buy it? Probably. Now imagine if this console could link with, do everything that the Xbox did, play all Xbox games, do everything the PlayStation does and play all PlayStation games, play every game on PC, all games on Steam, everything, and it acts and does everything that everything else, all other consoles, all other gaming consoles, computers and whatnot can do, but the console itself is cheaper, and it uses less electricity, and it's cheaper to use. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you? And that's where I see Algorand going. It's like getting its grubbies into everything, and that's what I like to see. Also, these upgrades allow Algorand to run in low-power environments, such as mobile phones and smartwatches. More people are going to have mobile phones and smartwatches in certain countries than computers. Not all countries are like the United States or Europe or any other developed countries. There are a lot of countries where people have just smartphones, so this is going to add more liquidity. And liquidity is very important. Algorand is also expecting the introduction of London Bridge, a trustless bridge to connect the platform with Ethereum. And now they also have smart contract calling too, which is going to make everything easier. And you got the state proofs, which means that now you can do it quicker from other blockchains because you can get a state of the proof of any blockchain and write your programs from that point rather than having to manually put in all the information. I mean, everything is forward thinking, and I love it. It's also worth mentioning that the Algorand Foundation itself got a new CEO. Yes, Stacey Warden from JP Morgan. How many of these executives from these financial institutions and also from offices of the government that are involved in finances and taxes and things like that do we see going over into blockchain technology? If that's not writing on the wall, When the powers that be and the people that can control the money all seem to be moving over to cryptocurrency, well, that's writing on the wall. That's something that means something. Notably, Algorand had already started the year off on the right foot. Even before the grayscale news, Anthony Scaramucci, the founder of alternative investment firm Skybridge Capital and the former White House communications director, praised Algorand, predicting its future as the Google of crypto. Now, I know some people are talking about the Google of crypto. What are you talking about? Is it going to be a search engine? No. When he's talking about the Google of crypto, he's talking about the circumstances. The dot-com bubble, which is why I want this crypto bubble to pop. I want regulation, which is going to skim all the stuff off the top, all the projects that are worthless, or the projects that don't have liquidity, or the projects that don't have use case. And the bubble's going to pop. And the same thing is going to happen when the dot-com bubble popped. Google back in the day was not what it is today. People didn't know what Google was. If you wanted on the internet, it was AOL, or it was I don't even remember what the other companies were. That's how bad it was. But during the dot-com bubble, Google was there. It existed. But when that bubble popped, Google came out as, well, the giant. And we know what Google is today. That's what he's referring to. That Algorand is this little known project that is wonderful that people just don't seem to know about. And when the bubble pops, it's going to come out of the blue. I mean, and it's going to, I believe Algorand, XRP, a couple other projects are really going to explode. Algorand price also looks oversold and set to rally by 30%. I think it'll do more than 30% personally, not financial advice, any of this. Algorand price, like most altcoins, has suffered from an extended downtrend that has been exacerbated by general risk-off sentiment due to geopolitical saber-rattling by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Yes, but historically, stocks drop at the beginning and onset of conflict. But as people get in and sides are set and people get the information and the unknown is done, we settle down, we say, okay, yeah, we're in a conflict. Generally, historically, the prices recover, and when they recover, they generally recover very, very well. Algorand price positioned for a return of $1.10, more than $1.10, but in my opinion. Algorand price action is a perfect example of what an extremely oversold and overextended instrument looks like. Algo is currently trading at a discount of nearly 76% from its November 2021 all-time high of $2.99. Now, on that point, a couple things. $2.99, I didn't think that sounded right, so I did look it up. Yeah, no. The all-time high was June 21st of 2019, and it was $3.28. And then also, just out of curiosity, oversold. What does oversold mean? How can you oversell something? Well, oversold, definition, sold to a price below its true value. Technology stocks remain oversold and are considered ripe for buying, is the example they gave. So oversold means that it is selling below what the value of it is. And then it goes into a bunch of technical stuff, but this channel is not, that's beyond the scope of this channel to get deep into the technical stuff. But Algorand, it's going up. It's got a bright future. And I do believe that it is the Google of this current cryptocurrency bubble. And when the bubble pops, I'm going to love it, because the coin, the projects, the tokens, the staking pools, whatever you want to call them, that are left are the ones that are good. And all that money from all these bad coins and these bad projects has got to go somewhere. Where are they going to go? Well, they'll go into Bitcoin and Ethereum first and trickle down from there because, well, Ethereum and Bitcoin have brand recognition. Algorand's getting there, though. It's got projects. It's got movement. I think it's got a bright future. I appreciate your time. I thank you for watching this to the end. And I will see you guys on the next one.